Hello and welcome to the Corner Flag. We are live finally. Sorry for the delay. It is something that we could not foresee. It is something that typically is associated with Mukesh Manjunath, as everybody knows. But today it was because of Ronak Vikamse. Ronak, you were late because
I was working, man, literally.
that's that is a valid reason to be late. All right, don't let anybody say anything against that. That is a valid reason to be late. Unlike Mukesh Manjunath, who said, "No, no, I was actually doing making paneer burji and then I forgot." ऐसा चूतिया reason वो देता है, but that is all fine. But yes, we are here. We are back. Sorry for missing a few weeks because again we were all quite busy. But hopefully we will be a little more regular. I feel like we keep saying that a lot.
I mean, we hope, we always do hope. Hope is all a man has.
Yes, that is true. As United fans, I think that is all that we have
Exactly.
also. But here we are, Ronak. We are of course talking today, or at least starting the conversation today, with everything that ails our dear Manchester United. Uh,
Hmm.
I mean, that Manchester derby was depressing to another level.
You know, I knew that we wouldn't win. City generally do very well against us, and more importantly, it was Phil Foden's first start. That bloody little Foden, he always ends up scoring against us, and that was the same story. But what I am more peeved about is, just adding to Roy Keane's rant, that it was a Manchester derby where we were losing 3-0 and there was not a single yellow card.
Yeah,
That is just unacceptable. And that is literally what Amorim has been uh, talking about, that our players lack intensity. That he just kept saying that it is not the system that is at fault,
yeah,
it is the players who are not showing the right intensity in executing the game plan.
yeah.
And that is a 100% evident with that zero yellow cards. I mean, अगर मैं 3-0 फीफा में भी हार रहा होता हूँ तो मैं लोगों को मारने लग जाता हूँ.
वो
Like,
फीफा becomes WWE.
if you don't have that 1% of competitive aggression, then you are not in the right place.
Yeah,
And I feel for Amorim because he's trying. I feel he has the most aggression, the most, whatever emotion when he's on the touchline, more than the players, and that is just not okay. Our players really need to step up.
but now the question is, yeah, Ronak, where does this stop? Because we have been seeing this under multiple managers. We have seen this under fucking and I'm talking about right from David Moyes, like right from after Ferguson. David Moyes, Louis Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole, Ralph Rangnick, Michael Carrick for a little bit, Ryan Giggs for a little bit. Everybody, every interim managers, permanent managers. Now we've got Ruben Amorim, Eric Ten Hag, of course, another one in the managerial graveyard. So many different managers, so many different systems. कोई भी
See,
अडेप्ट नहीं हो रहा है. इंटेंसिटी क्यों
nahi,
नहीं आ रही है पर?
so I'll tell you one thing. I think the narrative around United is way too bad right now. Like, I mean, our results haven't been great. I agree. I
Hmm.
can't defend Amorim too much, but um, I feel we've been a little unlucky as well. We had one of the highest XG in the opening four Premier League games. Still, our highest scorer is own goals.
Hmm.
Uh, we haven't defended well. We've had problems in goalkeeping,
Hmm.
but I just feel that had Bruno scored that penalty that he skied,
Hmm.
had maybe even Embomo's shot that Donnarumma saved, kind of would have gone in. Against Grimsby, we just shouldn't have lost. Just
Yeah,
shouldn't have lost.
yeah,
Uh, and I think like the whole narrative around United is very, very negative right from the get go. Like, I mean, the whole social media, every single page is just waiting for the minutest of slip ups where they can, have a gotcha headline against United. And
yeah.
I shared a video actually. There's a content creator who has detailed full uh, social media posts of different pages
Hmm.
where he's just trying to show that the whole narrative against, there's a whole agenda against United. And
Yeah.
while it may not be the best, our results might not be the best, but the narrative around is being created which is way worse, and that creates a lot of pressure. And just something, I mean, I know I'm not comparing us to Manchester City, but up until game week 3, or I think even the start of, before the Manchester derby, they were below us on the table or something of the sort. So
Yeah.
just, yeah. So but the narrative wasn't as bad for a Manchester City player or Manchester
Yeah.
City as a team. And even the way the posts were being written across social media, I'll share the video with you, and we can put it up on the comments of this video only. But it's really eye opening that
But
sometimes it's not as bad as it sounds to be.
But I'll tell you what. So I completely agree. Like the narrative, the social media narrative, especially against Manchester United, is terrible. Absolutely right. There are too many content creators out there and media outlets out there that are just waiting to see Man United fail. क्योंकि
Hmm.
उससे उनके मतलब likes आते हैं, views आते हैं, subscribers आते हैं, reminder for everybody who's watching this to do exactly the same for us. But it is because, like, if you're talking about the narrative not being that negative against Man City when they were below us leading into the Manchester derby, it is because they have been so successful in the near past.
100%.
It is because they are winning, which is why
Hmm.
if they lose a little bit, nobody starts making fun of them. They're just like, oh ho
Hmm.
ho ho ho, is this a chance for somebody
Hmm.
else?
Right.
Can we see a different champion this time around? Like,
Correct.
is the City dominance over? There is still a little bit
Correct.
of respect in the banter,
No, I 100% agree.
and
I do agree.
that was always the case with us under Ferguson as well. That was always the case when we were dominating the Premier League. If
Hmm.
And it's not like we've never had bad results under Ferguson. We've had terrible results. His last game was a 5-5 draw with West Brom.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like we have had
Lukaku
some,
hat trick.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have had some terrible results under the man.
Hmm.
But every time those results happened under his reign, it was never we were never a banter club back then because they knew we would fight back. Even when we lost
Hmm.
the title against City's first title, Aguero, on goal difference,
Hmm.
we came back the next year to win the title.
Hmm. No, so
So
one thing I would say
that's the
is,
thing.
up until the Manchester derby, I was more bought into the idea that the narrative against us is bad. But
Yeah,
after the derby, just that yellow cards ka thing, it just pissed me off so much, because that just shows that they have absolutely no intent. Like if they are losing a game na, तो it's like हाथ से गाड़ी निकल गई. Like
good. Yeah,
they're waiting. It's all on a very fine thread कि थोड़ा सा भी एक गोल खा गए, दो गोल खा गए, तो मतलब it's like अरे shit, the same season is happening again.
yeah,
And
yeah. The mentality is just not there. Like on the other
yeah.
hand, we are seeing Liverpool score last minute winners every other
Hmm.
match, which is
Hmm.
something that United have been known for the longest time. Fergie time is associated with us, but now it is being associated with
Right.
Liverpool, which is just heartbreaking. But my question is, that is the thing. Now that even on the United supporters group WhatsApp, you're part of it as well. We've been
Hmm.
seeing all the discourse over there. We've been seeing the discourse on all social media channels as well, which is the title of this stream as well, which is that, is Amorim going to be sacked by Christmas, right?
Hmm.
Unfortunately, again, I back the guy as well. I really like the guy. To be fair, I really liked Eric Ten Hag when he came in as well. I really liked Ole when he was there as well. I really liked Jose when he was there as well. I've liked all the managers that United have appointed since
Hmm.
Ferguson.
Hmm.
I would have supported David Moyes as well had he got the
Right.
results.
Hmm.
And this is unfortunately a results based industry.
It is.
31 points in 31 games in charge
Hmm.
is piss poor. एक बंदे
It
का
is.
बेंचो बार्बर फीस बचा है बिकॉज ही इज नॉट कटिंग हिज हेयर टिल वी गेट 5 बैक टू बैक विक्ट्रीज. एक साल हो गया उसको, उसने बाल नहीं काटे.
I
That is
follow that
ridiculous.
guy.
It is ridiculous that we cannot even string three, forget five, three back to back wins we are not able to string, not even two.
Hmm.
How long, like, and Amorim has himself said that, no, like, you're not going to be able to change 22 players. But the
Hmm.
subliminal messaging is, if we could, I would really like to change all 22 players because these guys are fucking ridiculous. So what do we do? Where does the how do we restore that culture? Because अभी तो नए owners भी है, अभी तो
So
नया training ground भी है, अभी तो नया
I'll
director of football
I'll
वगैरह भी है.
I'll give you a little bit. I mean, I don't want to be that overly optimistic United fan who is just stupidly optimistic, but it is still Amorim's first full season in the Premier League.
Yeah,
He's still a relatively young manager. Even if he gets all decisions right, even then we know that the players are not the best. We've got couple of upgrades up front, but we still need to be, even just players wise, we need to be a lot better team to be able to compete. And now coming to the first part, Amorim is not going to get all the decisions correct. Like, I would have not played Ahmad as a 10, put Bruno up front and played uh, Casemiro and Menu instead of Ugarte.
Ugarte.
Just
Yeah,
because Ugarte runs and chases after the ball, but against a team like Manchester City, you cannot be wasting possession.
yeah,
You just
yeah.
cannot be.
And Ugarte is a player who does tend to waste possession a lot. Like
When
he's got the
you're
tenacity, but
playing,
not the IQ.
exactly, when you're playing against City, it is tough enough to get the ball back from them. You just cannot be gifting them the ball. And that is exactly what Ugarte did.
Yeah,
So, such things, and even like in substitutions, Amorim, you have to give him room to mess up. Now, having said that, he does need some results. He
yeah,
really does. Like, to save his job, to save whatever his thinking is, his philosophy is, because I know he's a good manager
yeah,
and the pressures of our club are very, very high.
yeah,
But now we are in that almost that final stretch. Everyone is losing their patience.
yeah,
For the sake of everyone, I want him to get the results because I think he's the right man. If
yeah,
given the time, if given some luck, like, we've been so unlucky in the opening in this season, like, it's just ridiculous. And in contrast, Liverpool ko dekh lo yaar, like, they're really riding their luck very high. Like, they've
yeah,
not been playing the best football. Like, they've been
yeah,
attacking well, but they've been leaking goals.
yeah,
But they've been lucky. No one can really bat an eye when they get the results.
yeah.
Florian Wirtz कोई बोल ही नहीं रहे उसके बारे में because they are winning.
But exactly, but and that brings us back to the first point, right? Like, why is there such a negative discourse around Manchester United? Is because we don't win. We don't even look like we're going to win, right? Like Arsenal again. We started off really well. It looked like, oh, this team is finally showing signs of being a cohesive unit. But somewhere I think we all knew कि यार Arsenal के सामने हम नहीं जीतने वाले. वो hope ही नहीं था. Then again, Fulham again, it was like, okay, we are showing some signs, and then we go 1-0 up because of an own goal, essentially, even though Lenny Oro might have wanted to claim it. But even after
Right.
that, as a fan who was watching the match, I knew कि यार there is a Fulham goal in this. Like we're not winning this.
Correct.
We don't have the ability to put a game to bed. Score 2, score 3. City also, Donnarumma makes that fantastic save from Mbumo at a time when it's 2-0. Because if
Correct.
Mbumo scores that and
Game is on.
the score becomes 2-1, then the game is on, because we know
Yeah.
that City are also shaky. They haven't had the best start to the league season. And if we get a goal against City at that moment, if we score against Donnarumma at the Etihad, immediately our shoulders will come back up. Our players' shoulders
Definitely.
immediately, ears will perk up, and they will put in a performance. They'll at least be able to save the game and at 2-2. But once he makes that save, khatam. Like you said, mentality is gone, the game is lost, and a fuck all third goal is being given away. It is just ridiculous, right? Gaurav Dole on the stream has said that our players need a psychologist to come out the PTSD after conceding a goal. मतलब यही है यार, like हमें अभी नया ओनरशिप की नहीं, हमें नए डायरेक्टर ऑफ फुटबॉल, नए कोच के नहीं, हमें पंडित की जरूरत है जो हवन करे. मतलब हर मैच के पहले वो डिजिटल स्नान कराओ उस बंदे से.
See, I
There's nothing
mean,
else.
it is easier said than done, but they really need that dog mentality, like DAWG वाला dog. कि भाई
पर लाएगा कौन?
वो
लाएगा
कहीं
कौन?
से तो आना पड़े. Like, I don't know, get Roy Keane to talk to them. If he can instill even 1% of his mentality, I think they all will be 10 times better than what they are.
पर नहीं हो रहा है ना, because you had a manager like Jose Mourinho who could not motivate these fuckers. after a certain point. Like, yes, won us the Europa League and all of that, did what he did, but wasn't able to consistently motivate these players. You've had a tactical genius in Louis van Gaal, a tactical genius in Ralph Rangnick, who was not able to motivate these players. Now you've got a younger manager, a young fucking up and coming manager in Ruben Amorim, who seems like he's got that fire, he's got that passion, he understands the values, but he's also not able to motivate these players. Right. Akshat has said in the chat that Amorim needs to be back. He should start playing 4-3-3 with Lamens as keeper. He should stop playing three at the back, which is a big point. Which is that Amorim is very stubborn with his system. He has said that the problem is not the system multiple times. He has said that it is the implementation of the game plan, and that he will only change his system if he feels like he should change his system.
So
What are your thoughts?
I have some thoughts on this to everyone, because a lot of people have been saying that Amorim should revert back to a 4-3-3.
Hmm.
There's two takes to this. One thing is Amorim has a system that he's sticking to, and even the players that he's bought fit the system. Now, like someone like Mateus Cunha, you want him to be as close to the goal as possible, which is possible in that inverted number 10, that whatever left-sided number
Yeah.
10 that he plays at. If you put him in a 4-3-3 at left wing, while Sheshko will be fine at strike, right wing Mbomo will do just fine. Although even Mbomo's better position is in that inside number 10 when he's even closer
Yeah.
to the goal,
Yeah. Yeah.
because that's how he played at Brentford also.
Yeah.
So you have these two players who are better inside. You're going to push them out wide, and then you're going to, of course, have Bruno in the number 10, which works fine. But then again, you are left with Dorgu or Ahmad or Mazarawi as your fullbacks, because then Ahmad can't, I mean, not Ahmad, sorry, Dorgu, Maz, or Dallo
Diego Dallo.
as your fullbacks, because Ahmad can't operate as a right back.
Yeah.
So then you're losing out on these players and these different synergies that he's trying to create in this team. Because if this system works, then it'll be really good to have that. You know how even in this game, although it didn't work against City, how he was able to put Ahmad in, as a left 10, and
Hmm.
then in the second half he changed it, put Ahmad on right wing back. So
Yeah.
those are changes to the flow of the game, and that
Yeah.
is how you manipulate a game, and you change things up, and that won't be possible in a 4-3-3 with the current set of players.
Yeah.
And secondly, my point is that if our players lack intensity in general,
Yeah.
then a 4-3-3, a 3-4-3, a 5-4-1, nothing is going to save us.
Even a 4-2-2, 4-4-2 is not going to save us.
Nothing.
It's not correct. That's absolutely right. So everybody who's talking about, oh, Amorim is so stubborn, and completely agree with you, Ronak. Amorim is so stubborn that, oh, why is he playing 3-4-3 when you don't have players and all? What Ronak said is absolutely right. We now do have the players who fit that system. The big
Right.
issue is, of course, where does Bruno play? Because if
Hmm.
Cunha and Mbumo are playing the two inverted number 10s, that
Hmm.
means Bruno's being pushed deeper. And that's what he did with Bruno in the derby, and that was not a great idea. Bruno in that deep lying playmaker role is a
Hmm.
wasted talent. Bruno
Hmm.
also needs to be higher up the pitch.
Hmm.
He will give you the work rate defensively, no doubt about it.
Hmm.
But he will not have an impact on the game, and he is our most impactful player
Hmm.
outside of now Acuna and Mbumo, who have shown promising signs of being like, heavily and regularly impactful players. We
Correct.
need Bruno also up there. So maybe put Cunha in the striking role if you need to, as a
Hmm.
false nine if you want to play him a little deeper, and give Sheshko a little more time on the training ground before you actually start unleashing him. And maybe that is the way you kind of go about it. So it is just ridiculous. Now the other point that Akshat made in that comment was the topic of Sene Lamens. Fantastic work by INEOS, I think, to get rid of Andre Onana
Hmm.
uh, in such no nonsense fashion, loan to Trabzonspor. Uh,
Hmm.
I am so happy to be seeing the back of a goalkeeper like that.
Yeah.
I am so happy, and honestly, I do not wish ill on any United players, past
Hmm.
or present, regardless of how well they have played for the club. I will support Eric Jemba and Cleverson, पर ब्रो आंड्रे ओनाना ने जो हेडेक्स दिए हैं ना, Matlab,
And now
to come back this season, injured in preseason, and ask for a
I was
fucking pay
about to
hike.
say this. I was about to say this. The fucking gall. The fucking gall to ask for more money. I mean, good fucking riddance, man. Like,
Good fucking
honestly.
riddance. एक तो मतलब I hate this whole aspect of ball playing goalkeeper चाहिए नहीं चाहिए. गोल रुकाने वाला गोलकीपर चाहिए.
100%.
If
Like,
you're
that is
good,
priority one.
exactly. If you want, if you what is the difference between putting fucking Diego Dallo in goal then? वो भी पैरों से अच्छा काम कर
Ball
लेगा ना.
playing.
कर लेगा वो. पर you need somebody like that. So I hope that Senna Lomens is the answer. But again, my problem with this transfer, or my worry with this transfer is this, right? At the same time that both Manchester City and Manchester United were going through obvious goalkeeper issues,
Hmm.
right? Pep knew that Ederson's time at City was over. Ederson was angling for a move, and that move happened. They got James Trafford back from Burnley. They had a right of refusal option on him, buyback option on him. They got him back. They played him. He played badly. He wasn't very good for City in the 1 or 2 games that he played. They have immediately gone and signed Donnarumma. Donnarumma, who was a free agent, who was available. Why the fuck didn't we go for Donnarumma? Or if
It
we
was just purely on the salary structure. Just 100% on the salary structure. If we would have gotten Donnarumma, it would have been the same amount of transfer fee as City paid whatever 35 million, add on say 40 hota rahega, whatever. But the salary is completely different to that of Lamens. Uh, Even I feel we should have paid whatever it took to solve our goalkeeping crisis.
yeah,
हमारे पास क्राइसिस था, सिटी के पास क्राइसिस नहीं था.
yeah.
फिर भी वो लोग ने सॉल्व कर दिया अच्छा खासा पैसा देके.
Yeah,
बट वी
my issue
डिडंट.
is correct, and my issue is chalo theek hai, Donnarumma fair might have upset the salary structure and all. Emi Martinez, उसको तो हमने KLPD दे दिया bro. We left him on red.
I mean, as much as I would have been okay if अगर कोई नहीं तो एमी मार्टिनेज ठीक था. एंड्रे ओनाना से तो बेटर वही चाहिए था मेरे को. बट
Correct.
बिटवीन द टू I am more happy that we got Lamens.
I agree, Lamens, but the thing is, Lamens is one for the future, and that like, again, it so okay. It depends entirely on what happens now in game week 5 against Chelsea,
Hmm.
right? Maybe the Manchester derby was too big a game and too quick for Amorim to put
Exactly.
Lamens in the firing line. I'll give him that benefit of the doubt because Lamens
Right.
is still 23 years old. He's a young keeper. He's
Hmm.
come from the Belgian league. All right,
No, and
it's
Lamens had
not
like 2 or 3 training sessions before the City game, so that was
correct.
unrealistic.
It was very unrealistic. I want to see how it plays out for the Chelsea game because Altay Bayandir is also not a very reliable option in goal.
Hmm.
He is not.
Hmm.
He can be a decent backup goalkeeper, but
Hmm.
उसको अगर regularly firing line में डालो तो उससे नहीं जमता है वो.
Correct.
He has been given enough chances, and he has
Hmm.
been
Hmm.
publicly backed by Amorim as well. Amorim has fought with journalists to say that no, Altay was fantastic in games, which is why he deserves to play. So he's been given the confidence from the management, but he's
I
not
mean, we
able to
all know, but
perform.
that was just because उस टाइम पे ओनाना भी था and हमको ओनाना को तो नहीं ही खिलाना था. So Amorim को बोलना ही पड़ा कि भाई
जो
जो
भी
भी
है
है.
ना, पर जो भी है, as a
Hmm.
keeper, if my manager is coming out so passionately in my defense,
Hmm.
I would feel
Hmm.
really happy and
Correct.
obligated to put in a performance for the man,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Again, I'm not saying that Altay Bayindir didn't perform because he doesn't care what the manager says. Bad
See,
performances do tend to happen, but I'm saying that I think everybody knows. I think even Altay knows that he's not the long-term goalkeeping solution. So how soon is Amorim going to deploy Sunil Lamens?
so just saying like talking a bit about Amorim backing Altay and Altay maybe not performing as well. A goalkeeper doesn't have the like in quotes luxury of outperforming even a bad day by just running too much and
Yeah,
chasing every ball. So
yeah,
when a keeper is not technically the best, isn't at the right stage of development to play in the Premier League on a regular basis, you will see it like that.
yeah,
And a keeper can't hide. Like there's just no place. So in that sense, Altay only can do jitna uska ability hai abhi tak. उससे ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट करना भी इज इट्स अ लिटिल इल ऑन अस एंड ऑन द मैनेजर एज वेल टू एक्सपेक्ट
Right.
मोर फ्रॉम हिम जितना उसका एबिलिटी है उससे. Of
Right.
course he can be developed, but instantly you're not going to see that. Now with
Yeah.
Lamens, I think he, जितना भी मैंने उसका देखा है, although it was the Belgian league, he seems like a very, very, very good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And of course, like even
Tom
David,
Heaton seems to think so as well.
and like so, but we have to be. I mean, I would. अब हमारा जो सिचुएशन है, we have already bought Lamens, we have bought into this young goalkeeper wala, philosophy or whatever. We'll have to ride this through because even when De Gea came from Atletico Madrid, from the Spanish league, even he struggled
Yeah.
at United because he was lanky, he was tall, but he was lanky. He didn't have the strength to deal with it,
Yeah.
and that is what even Lamens ke saath bhi hoga.
Yeah.
But with Lamens, I feel we have a keeper for the next 10 years.
Yeah. Fair
He is
enough.
genuinely very good. He has the right set of capabilities, the abilities, the right aggression, also the right mentality. I've seen his videos and how he charges, how he makes himself big. Even in 1v1 situations, it's the right keeper for us. It's just about time. And
Yeah.
there were people, even my friends were talking to me कि किसको कितना टाइम मिलेगा before he starts playing. Like they were तो thinking कि ऐसा नहीं हो कि like December आ गया और हम लोग लमेंस को proper run नहीं देखा है उसका in the team. I was like, that's absolutely bullshit. We've put in, we knew we had a goalkeeping crisis. बाइंदर से नहीं होने वाला था. Everyone knew that this is going to be a number one keeper. Max to max 1 or 2 more games बाइंदर will start. उसके बाद लमेन start करेगा.
All right, let's hope that that is the case because it is exciting to see him. He has shown a lot of promise in the videos that I've also seen. My only worry is again, he's 23. Like you said, he is not going to have an easy start to his Premier League career at Manchester
Hmm.
United because this is, after all, Manchester United,
Hmm.
and it's a heavy shirt to wear,
Hmm.
right? Whether it's the goalkeeper shirt, whether it's an outfield shirt, whether it's the manager's fucking outfit, whatever outfit you choose, it is a very, very heavy badge to wear, especially in these times. I just hope that a 23-year-old Belgian from Royal Antwerp is able to shoulder that responsibility,
Hmm.
right? David De Gea still had the backing of Alex Ferguson.
Correct.
All said
Correct.
and done,
Correct.
classic quote. And when he came, he wasn't able to walk. The boy is walking now.
Hmm. Hmm.
Classic fucking quote hai, but that shows that Ferguson put his faith in De Gea and gave him that confidence to be better, and
Correct.
therefore De Gea became what he became for United. I
Hmm.
don't see that figure at United anymore. I don't see somebody like that who can guide this young keeper in the values and the ethos of the club and tell him that regardless of the heavy start or the tough start, things will get better and you will be a better player for it.
Hmm.
एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स देयर इज आल्सो द फैंस. दो गेम बराबर नहीं खेलेगा, फकॉल गोल वगैरह जाने देगा तो सीधा एमोरिम आउट, लेमेंस आउट, बिन द फुल फकिंग लॉट, ये सब चालू हो जाएगा. It goes back into the nastiness. So
Like, I feel we as a fan group should stop thinking about pointing out problems. Ki abhi now the system is not working now, Onana is not working now, Ugarte is not working. I think now we should just start looking at it as our club ka results and the reality of what it is. If
yeah,
something is really blatant error, like Onana was a very, very blatant error in judgment that we got him and would nahi chala, that okay, we needed a change there.
yeah,
But I think we should just now uh, just try to support jitna bhi hai. Now we are bought into this Amorim's philosophy. As I explained earlier, we have the players for it.
hmm,
Now I don't think we should be nitpicking. I think we should just hope for a result to go our way more than
yeah,
anything else, more
yeah,
than making it worse on social media. I think, like, I would encourage everyone to just disconnect before our games and
yeah,
disconnect after our games until we've gotten a result in,
100%.
because it's all a very stupidly placed agenda. Because losing United is the biggest tick mark in a social media engagement sense, because यूनाइटेड वाले तो देखते ही हैं, आधे से ज्यादा पूरा दुनिया यूनाइटेड फैन तो है, एंड बाकी जितने फुटबॉल फैंस हैं, दे लव वाचिंग यूनाइटेड लूज.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's really not the best place to be right now as a United fan. And I feel that our results are on the way because we've played decent football. I wouldn't say the best. I don't think the team is at its top potential, but
Hmm.
it's like ये Cunha का भी first time in the system, Mbemo का भी first time है, Sesko का भी first time है. So many players are in a new role. This is literally the first full season Amorim is getting.
Yeah,
थोड़ा सा patience. I know we lost to Grimsby. I know the downs have been so low that's hard to ignore. But I mean, there's just nothing we can do about it. I don't want the narrative of Amorim out just yet.
yeah,
थोड़ा सांस लेने दो.
yeah.
थोड़ा let the man breathe. Let one or two easier games come. I mean, look at our opening games there. We
Our
played
opening games
City
are
and
terrible.
Arsenal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now Chelsea is
Fulham
coming up.
and Fulham and Fulham and Fulham is a very strong and robust defensive team who know
Yeah,
what they're doing.
yeah,
They're not the most attacking team, but they know what they're doing defensively.
yeah.
So yeah, so I just feel ke, I mean, let one two better games fall into place. I know Grimsby, like I just want to forget about that because that was almost
But I mean,
out
yeah,
of character for us.
but cup sets happen, yeah. Cup sets do happen. It will get better, as Mo is saying. It will get better. So yeah, United fans just hold on. See, cup sets happen. There are many instances of lower league teams beating Premier League opposition. It's nothing new. It
Hmm.
happens. Great for Grimsby. Terrible for us. Move on, right?
Correct.
But it is just that. So let's talk about the Chelsea game. Then we are talking about how we need a few easy fixtures to just get back on that horse, just to get the ball rolling a little bit,
Hmm.
find some momentum. Our opening five fixtures are the absolute worst. Like when the
Hmm.
result so fixture list came out at the start of the season, पहले पांच fixtures देख के सबकी गांड फटी थी. And
Right.
Chelsea is now the latest in that, right? Uh, we are facing a Chelsea that is doing decently. Like Enzo Maresca has managed to find a tune out of them. They have good players. Estevao is looking very very good. Andre Santos looks interesting as well. Cole Palmer, bit of an injury risk, but we all know the class that Palmer has. Job Pedro has hit the ground running, and now they've got Garnacho as well. Of course, the big narrative is Garnacho is going to score the winner against Manchester United. Is that going to happen? Are our hearts going to break? Is he going to sit on the fucking billboard and pretend like this is where he belonged all his life?
Um, you know, um, I just have a feeling we are going to win this. I mean, it can be my United ka love blindness or whatever you
Hmm.
may call it. I think Cunha is back for this game. Mason Mount is back for this game. Lisandro Martinez is on the verge of a return. But I just think putting Cunha back into that team will give us just about enough to create a goal. And with the players that we have, we know we are a वेरी कॉन्फिडेंस बेस्ड टीम. अगर
Hmm.
हमने एक गोल दो गोल खा लिया हम लोग ने रिटर्न नहीं कर पाए एक भी गोल देन वी आर जस्ट गोना ब्रेक डाउन.
Hmm.
But if we do get that rhythm going in a game, we end up playing really well, and I think the potential is there to play really well. uh, Chelsea is a tough nut to crack, yeah, especially with Caicedo. um, he's I think the last game he got 23 defensive contributions. I mean, ये FPL में वो नया वो फैक्टर आया है, but
Hmm.
23 in one game is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that is what we are up against. uh, I don't think it's going to be an easy game for us, but
Hmm.
solely on luck I feel we can edge out a victory. I hope we do. I've also been reading rumors that Garnacho might start
Hmm.
over Pedro Neto, because Pedro Neto has got, I think, 4 or 5 starts with a lot of minutes, and hasn't really produced the final returns. He's
Hmm.
played well, he's created chances, but the final product still hasn't really arrived. Uh, I think it'll be an interesting game. Yeah, I think Cole Palmer ka dekhte hain. If Cole Palmer plays through the middle, then I still have some hope, because I don't think he plays well through the middle. I think he's very bad when he plays through the middle, and Chelsea are very ineffective when he plays through the middle.
Right.
If he's put out on the right, and yeah, I think then Chelsea might have a better day on the field.
Yeah, we'll see. Of course, Chelsea fans were treated to the effects of Garnacho not tracking his man, and immediately they were like, "इसका buyback है क्या? मतलब 30-day free return period है क्या इसके
I mean,
ऊपर?"
wasn't that his first involvement in the game?
I think so. Yeah.
But now, in that, there were a couple of takes on that I read. Ke it is either the person who जो final थोड़ा instructions देता है ना, it was that guy's job to get Garnacho up to speed. Ke boss, you're going into a set piece situation.
Hmm.
You have to cover this man, like this is your man. So I
Yeah.
don't know if that happened or no. He was just fresh into the game.
Yeah.
You can't place all the blame on him. Maybe a
Yeah.
little, sure.
Yeah.
But I feel Garnacho will do decently. I've said that before for them, before on the podcast only. But I feel Garnacho will do decently for them. But yeah, I just think this game we are winning because we just have so much pent up. The players, the manager, the whole narrative. We just have way too much pent up. Uh, I hope that fucking comes out.
Yeah.
I hope they show up, man. I just hope the players show up and give us a good game, man. Then I'll take the result for what it is. But I bloody want to see a good game.
I know. Give us your predictions, guys, in the chat as well. And Ronak, you tell us what your prediction for this game is going to be. United taking on Chelsea at 10 p.m. Tomorrow. It's going to be a fantastic Saturday night. It's at Old Trafford.
It's
Cunha's
at
back.
Old Trafford.
Mason Mount is back. So it's Mount against Chelsea, Garnacho against
It is.
United. Lots of narrative in this one. What do you think?
I very much agree with location in the chat because
Yeah.
every time we need a result, we somehow end up getting one. Like I called to everyone's memory the Leon game last season
Yeah.
where we came out of a bloody death trap. I mean,
Classic.
imagine the narrative had we lost that game.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been over the top, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just telling you, I think it's United this time.
Yeah. Mo doesn't seem to
It's
think so. Mo thinks it's 1-2 to Chelsea.
No, and like,
Hmm.
I'll be clear. I think it's going to be United with us being lucky. I don't
Yeah.
think our game is going to be superly improved. कि हम अचानक से we are just clicking and we are scoring 4 goals against them. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be some luck involved, but I think it's overdue.
Yeah.
That luck falling on our side is long overdue. I
Yeah.
think this is the game is going to happen.
Right. Lokesh is also saying 3-1 to United and Cunha to get his first. That would be so amazing. Because that man
Yeah,
needs a
man.
goal. He's gotten so close. Then he got
Hmm.
injured. He got injured at the worst possible time because we were talking about there being a lack of intensity, a lack of fight, a lack of yellow cards in the Manchester derby. Cunha would have gotten all of that
All
and
of that.
then some.
100%. 100%.
Because he
I
is a
love
fucking fighter. He is a
I
fighter and I
love
love it.
this signing. I
Yeah.
love this signing. Like he is what a United player should be. He has that little quiet arrogance about him.
Yeah.
He'll create a chance on his own. He gets frustrated when he doesn't get the ball.
Yeah.
वो ही सब चीजें चाहिए होती हैं एक ढंग के प्लेयर में.
Correct. Correct. So yeah, 3-1 to United with Cunha getting a goal is great. Ishan saying 1-0 to United. So
1-0 to United. Brother, that is too much optimism.
brother,
We
I think
don't
it's going
concede a goal.
to. I mean, I feel like there's going to be goals. I think we're going to get lucky with a 2-1 victory.
Like I feel 1-0 is the worst score for us
Yeah.
because वो फिर मैं 95th मिनट तक मैं एकदम ऐसा मैं लेके बैठा रहूंगा.
Yeah. Yeah. इतना स्ट्रेस अच्छा नहीं है यार. वी आर ऑल गेटिंग ओल्डर गाइस. वी आर ऑल गेटिंग ओल्डर. इतना स्ट्रेस हमारे लिए अच्छा नहीं है.
आई थिंक 2-1 या कुछ चल रहा होगा एंड देन फाइनल 90 पे कुछ ब्रेक पे हम लोग 3-1 या कुछ कर देंगे ऐसा कुछ बस.
वैसा सही है. Okay, let's move on to another big game which is on Sunday at 9 p.m. It is the big one. It is Pep versus Mikel. It is a mentor versus protege. It is bald versus extremely not bald. Which is it is Arsenal versus Manchester City. I mean, he is the polar opposite of bald.
Yeah,
Miguel
he
Arteta
is.
is the मतलब उसके जेनेटिक्स इतने स्ट्रांग है. एक भी बाल घटा नहीं उसका. और ये हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट नहीं है भाई. ये नेचुरल है. या तो बहुत ही अमेजिंग हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट है. वन ऑफ द टू.
नहीं
One of the
नेचुरल है भाई का.
So I mean, but let's see how that is going to go, because Arsenal are very very nicely placed in second place still, right? They're what is the status of the table? They're still in second, no?
You know,
Yeah,
as
they're still
much as
they're in
I
second.
hate Arsenal, and as much as I hate Arsenal fans more than I hate the team,
Hmm.
with the signing of Gyökeres, I was like, okay, matlab, I still don't think you're going to win the league. I still don't think you're going to win the league just with Gyökeres.
Hmm.
But when they signed Eze and Hinkapie, then I am forced to take them very, very seriously. And as Alex Ferguson has rightly said so many years back, that attack wins you games and defense wins you titles.
Yes.
And this Arsenal defense is top notch.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They, in opening four games, they have conceded an XG of 0.0 something.
Yeah. Yeah. They've only had one goal being scored against them in the league.
And that was the Shabozlai free kick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is ridiculously good. And I think, and that's what I'm telling you, they were good defensively even last year. And I'm telling you, even without Eze, I wouldn't have been considering them such serious title contenders. But now they have the right team. It's not just that one player Eze,
Hmm.
but they have a right mix of players where Eze can come on, Trossard can come on, Martinelli can come on. You've got Gyökeres to slot in the goals. You've
Hmm.
got Saka. You've got Madueke.
Hmm.
You've got Odegaard, Rice, Zubimendi. You've got everything you need. You've
Yeah.
got Calafiori. You've got Ben White. Uh, that bloody Timber. What a bloody start of the season he's had.
Timber is very good.
Just have a look at his games. He's been doing so well. Like, it is ridiculous. And
Yeah.
like, I'm honestly, I hate to say it, but I'm forced to take them seriously.
Yeah, because let's look at it, right. Let's look at it objectively with 4 games gone in the season. Right now, Liverpool are top of the league. Lokesh has also said that Arsenal squad depth is deadly, and just to add to that point, right? Like if you were to just compare Liverpool and Arsenal's squads and their performances more than anything, the only loss that Arsenal have had and the only goal that they've conceded, like you said, was the loss against Liverpool, which was the Szoboszlai free kick. Apart from that, they won 3 other games. Of course, Liverpool having won all 4 games, which is why they're top of the league, and there's a 3 point gap. That's all fine. Performance wise, Liverpool have not been as great as they were last season. And of course, last season also they had a slowish start,
Hmm.
right? Like they had that early defeat against Nottingham Forest, and everybody was like, "Ooh, kya hone wala hai," and all. And then they kind of built on that very, very nicely.
Hmm.
But yes, if I look at both the squads, I feel like Arsenal just has underrated quality. Liverpool have spent big money.
Hmm.
They've spent big money on Florian Wirtz, who has been anonymous in the first 4 games.
Hmm.
They've spent big money on Jeremy Frimpong, who got injured very, very quickly, has only
Hmm.
started making his way back to the team. So we don't know if he's going to be as instrumental as he can be. And he's filling a very important role, which is that Trent hole. Right.
Hmm.
Trent was a very, very important player for them, not just positionally, but also in terms of what he brought to the team, in terms of his passing accuracy, in terms of his set pieces, etc., etc. So he has got big, big, big shoes to fill.
Hmm.
Uh, Alexander Isak, long running transfer saga, which has led to Isak having no preseason with Newcastle.
Hmm.
So he was not introduced in the last game. He was not even on the bench. And Slot said that it is so that he is in the best possible shape for Atletico Madrid.
Hmm.
Atletico
Which he
Madrid, in the
started.
which he started, but again, not a great performance by any means.
Hmm.
He didn't really stamp his authority on the game like we are used to seeing Alexander Isak do in a Newcastle shirt.
Hmm.
He wasn't that dominating striker. Of course, he will be that because the quality is there, but usko time lagne wala hai. The other thing is
I
when you're wearing the Liverpool shirt, much like a United shirt, it is a heavy shirt. There is a lot of
It
expectations.
is.
The club has broken the British transfer fee record twice in the same window. They have broken their own record to bring you. You have gone on strike at a club that called you one of their own, that you created so much history with by winning a trophy, and you have had that acrimonious exit, right? For this move, the
Hmm.
pressure is on. The
Hmm.
pressure is fucking on. So it's debatable. As a United fan, I would be very happy to see him fail at Liverpool.
Hmm.
I don't think he will, because he is a quality striker. But the point is that the pressure is on. Whereas with Arsenal, the pressure is predominantly only on Gyökeres.
True.
As a big name
Hmm.
center forward signing
Hmm.
after his exploits at Sporting Lisbon, the pressure's only on him, and he's hit the, like he's scored his first few
He's
goals for
delivering.
Arsenal, so he's
Yeah.
he's on it now. But
Hmm.
you've signed a great player in Eze, who is a boyhood Arsenal fan, a technically gifted player, generational player,
Hmm.
right? Settled in the Premier League. He was running the show for Crystal Palace, right? So settled in the Premier League. Jurian Timber, he's got one whole season behind him. He's gotten rid of all his injury worries from last season. वो भी अभी squad में settled है. Christian Mosquera looks brilliant.
Hmm.
So now imagine that defense where you not only have Gabriel and Saliba, but now you have
Saliba.
Christian Mosquera as depth, and they
Yeah.
all three of them look like they will kill you. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
will kill you,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
is what you need in a center half. Nemanja Vidic was that. He looked like he would murder your family.
Hmm.
And that is what you
Hmm.
need. You need that to
Correct.
strike fear, right?
Hmm.
Zubimendi is again very very technical in the middle of the park, as is Rice. So they, like Lokesh said, it's a very well put together squad.
Right.
Just underrated, quiet quality. It is going to be amazing to see them lose the league with this squad.
You know, as much as I would love that, so just I can just honestly would be able to ragdoll my Arsenal friends, Arsenal supporting friends, if they end up winning nothing this season. But I think this is it because of the squad depth. I'm telling you, they were focusing only on Gyökeres. They got it, and even that was not going to be enough. They would not have won the league just with Gyökeres. But I'm telling you, the signing of Eze and Hinkapie is so very very clutch.
Yeah.
It is clear intent. Enough is enough. We are winning it. I mean, they are winning it, not we. I
Hmm.
mean, I was saying as them, but yeah, they are winning it. And just to put things into perspective, Liverpool are top of the league because they were bailed out by a penalty which was not even a penalty against
Yeah.
Burnley.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So put that into perspective. Arsenal, on the other hand, have conceded an XGC, goals chances ka conceding of 0.0 something.
Yeah.
They are set to win the league. I'm telling you. I hate to fucking say it, but this squad is going to get it done this time because they've been close. Even last season, yes, they fucked it up, but the 2 seasons before that, they were close and
Yeah.
they were nowhere near the squad where they are right now.
Yeah.
Saka has been injured for the past 2 or 3 game weeks, and they haven't skipped a beat.
Yeah. Odegaard also now injured, and
Exactly,
last
haven't
season,
skipped a beat.
yeah, and last season when Saka and Odegaard got injured, that
It
was
was the
when
end of
their
it.
form dipped. That was when their form dipped. That
Exactly.
was when they completely fell apart, and this time it's not happening. Yeah.
And literally, I'm telling you, it is, Martinelli was supposed to be the guy for Arsenal, okay? It didn't pan out. It's still not panning out.
Hmm. Hmm.
They got Trossard to kind of, you know, split the duties कि थोड़ा भाई एक से नहीं हो रहा है दोनों साथ में करो.
Hmm.
And now they've realized कि boss, they need someone like Eze, who is going to be the starting left winger,
Yeah.
who's ready to play 90 every week.
Yeah.
And the odd days where you want to rest him, or you're already 1 or 2 goals up, then you bring on your Trossards, then you bring on your Martinellis. Even their confidence will slowly start to increase, just like how it happened in the last game against Athletic Bilbao or something they were
Yeah.
playing, right?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah. Bilbao.
It was after substitutes came in. Trossard assisted Martinelli, and Martinelli assisted Trossard.
Yeah.
They are they are right now in the most perfect spot to win the Premier League. That is what I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's hear your predictions as well, guys. In the comments, Ronak, you tell us what you think is going to happen. Arsenal versus Man City. Is Man
Where is it?
City's? It's at. I think it's at the Emirates. No, I think it is at. Yeah, it's at the Emirates. So you know.
No, Arsenal are going to win it. I feel Arsenal are going to win it because they've been leaky. Because I mean, City have been leaky.
Hmm.
Um, I think after the Liverpool loss, Arsenal would have had a very. And I mean, let me tell you, Eze was not in the squad that day. That
Hmm.
was the day Eze, got transferred. Like one day before Eze got transferred to Arsenal, and he didn't play the Liverpool game.
Hmm.
They would have had a look at that game and said that we were the better team. We defended well, yet we lost. We are not going to let this happen again.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been a proper learning, just that bit of learning. You can be great for 90 minutes and still lose the game to a 30-yard free kick.
Yeah.
So I think they are going to try to. Alexa, stop. Sorry. They're going to try to win the game, unlike how they did against Liverpool. They didn't try to win the game, they tried to manage the game
Yeah.
and see if the opportunities arise,
Yeah.
which didn't for whatever reason. But now they have the right players with Eze in, with the whole structure. They're going to win it against City.
Yeah, let's see. Ishan is still saying that it's 3-0 to City. Lokesh is saying Eze to get the winner. We've heard that before. Ooh. I think you're right. I think City. Sorry, I think Arsenal are going to nick it because City beating United 3-0 is nothing
Is
new.
not a measure of
It's
anything.
not a measure of anything. They have looked shaky from the start of the league. Uh, uh, they did look shaky against United as well. It's just that United were just too impotent to fucking capitalize on it.
And I mean, Doku ran circles around us.
Yeah.
And that was just it because we just couldn't manage it.
You know what the
But
worst thing is? Every time in the last few seasons that the Manchester Derby has happened, Erling Haaland and Jeremy Doku have always been anonymous.
Hmm.
Have you noticed that? They have always been handled very well by United. This was the first time I have seen Haaland and Doku both run the show.
No, man, Haaland has scored a. I mean, don't you remember the 6-1 or 6-2 game where
No,
Haaland
I
and
don't.
Foden both
I
scored
don't.
double
I don't.
hat-tricks?
It's repressed. It's repressed in my memory. Of course, I don't remember.
No.
What is this 6-1 that you're talking about? That never happened, guys.
But talking about Doku and Arsenal, they won't let that happen. Like, Arsenal, if Doku starts getting out of hand, like he did against United, where he was just nahi aa raha tha haath mein, he was a genuine threat. Arsenal will get dirty and they will put in the tackles on him and they will take those yellow cards,
Yeah.
because now Arsenal have built a defensive identity that is very, very critical and core to them. They don't want to concede a goal.
Yeah.
And they will not let Doku run circles. They will thrash him. They will take yellow cards. Even
Yeah.
Ben White is back. They have an additional defender. एक ने yellow card खाया, 50 पे निकालेंगे, दूसरे को लाएंगे.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Alright, very quickly before we wrap up, let's quickly talk about Brighton versus Spurs because fuck, Spurs look good this season.
A little bit about Spurs. I'm very into statistics. I like to get into the more than just the eye test of a match. Spurs are the team that have outperformed their XG, like expected goals, by 4 goals. They've scored 4 more goals than what they were supposed to,
Yeah.
by the numbers, and they have conceded 4 less goals than what they were meant to.
Yeah.
So the numbers on both sides of the pitch are, in one word, lucky. They should have conceded more goals and they should have maybe scored 1 goal less. It was too easily that they ended up scoring. Not as much XG. Having said that, they're a very, very good side. They're playing in a very good system. And something that United doesn't have, they have intensity.
Yeah.
They track you down till the last minute, and that's the identity that Thomas Frank is really working upon.
Yeah.
But I mean, just don't go off the opening four
Of
results.
course,
Spurs का वो
what
आ
it
रहा है
is.
because it is hugely inflated. The numbers that they're working on, it is very hugely inflated right now. थोड़ा normalize होगा वो भी.
Um, Fair enough, but again, I feel like they've made some interesting signings as well. Mohamed Kudus is doing really well for them. Of course, beating West Ham is very very easy, especially with the situation that West Ham find themselves in. Graham Potter, first manager to be sacked, by the way. I feel not Ruben Amorim. It is going to be Graham Potter.
First is already done. Espirito Santo.
अरे हाँ वो तो
Nuno.
मैं भूल ही गया कि उन पर वो मतलब I tell you what a Nottingham Forest managerial sacking no is out of syllabus क्योंकि वो मैरिनाकिस को जो चाहिए वो मन में ऐसा तू तेरा चाल बराबर नहीं लग रहा है मेरे को you're fucking fired like he is one level below Watford in terms of managerial merry-go-round so I don't even consider that. But Ange Postecoglou at Nottingham Forest now, which is interesting. It'll be lovely to see if Nottingham Forest win any trophy next season because that would be fucking epic if they manage to
If
win.
he doubles down.
Yeah, like नहीं मैं तो जीतेगा ही. But for Ange, I would like to say, don't say something like, but because it's Nottingham Forest, maybe third season I'll win a trophy because that shit will get you sacked by Mariners.
नहीं वो अभी बोला कि मैं प्रीवियस क्लब में फर्स्ट सीजन में भी जीता हूँ ऐसा बोला था अपने फर्स्ट इंटरव्यू में जब उसको ये पूछा था
अरे बाप रे ये तो अलग लेवल का प्रेशर डाल रहा है खुद पे no but yeah so in terms of Spurs again like yeah Kudus is good Matistel is good Xavi Simons man
I was about to get to that all the things that I said about the statistics being overinflated that was before the signing of Xavi Simons and Randall Kolo Muani. So these are both very very good signings for them. They'll bring the results for them. And Spurs are a very good side. They look like they've bought into the philosophy of the manager very very quickly.
Yeah.
And मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ ना कि the luck, the narrative changes so much. कि यहाँ पे just in terms of the stats only अगर XG जितना concede किया जितना मारना चाहिए था दोनों में just positives because जितना मारना चाहिए था उससे ज्यादा मारा है जितना खाना चाहिए था उससे कम खाया है. So narrative suddenly has become that Spurs are doing so well, but they have been conceding chances. They have been putting away the chances very easily. So things like that. United के साथ वो नहीं हो रहा है.
नहीं हो रहा. Lokesh is saying that this could be a tricky fixture and probably a stalemate. The thing is, I feel like Spurs still have that little bit extra in them over Brighton, especially Brighton this season. I feel like Hurzeler also takes a little time to get going in a season. Right, like he's again I feel like he's a good manager for Brighton, but उसका start हमेशा थोड़ा slow रहता है. Even last season, if I'm not mistaken, the start was a little slow and then they kind of stabilized. And because this is early, this is only the 5th game week, I feel like Spurs will just ride in with the momentum that they already have, and kind of get a result against them.
But I think both the teams are going to score. There's not going to be a clean sheet in that game.
Yeah, fair enough. So all of you FPL aficionados, keep that in mind. If you have any Spurs or Brighton defensive assets, please get rid of them. Ronaq, any FPL tips for everyone before we leave?
Anyone who's planning to play their wild card this week, because so many people don't play it this week.
Achha, don't
wait
play
one more week.
Why?
Because the fixtures turn, yaar. Like if you play this week, it's Arsenal are playing against City. You want assets from both the teams. So technically, whenever you play a wildcard, you want that week, the wildcard week, to yield some good returns because you're technically fixing the whole team. Yeah. But if you keep the next 5-10 fixtures in mind, because that's what you do with a wildcard, then this week is not the right set of fixtures and the set of players that you'll get. If you get players for the next 10 weeks, then your this week score will be very low. Yeah. And if you get it for this week, then your next 10 weeks are more or less fucked. Yeah. So I have Watkins and Rogers both. I have Chris Wood. Yes, but I am tied to it. I have to kind of stick it through one more week. Game week 6 is the wild card.
चलो गेम वीक 6 तो मैं भी वाइल्ड कार्ड कर दूंगा बिकॉज आई विल टेक टिप्स फ्रॉम प्रीवियस एफपीएल विनर इन रौनक. I didn't get Haaland, man. I thought Haaland would not have a very impressive season again this time around, but matlab, he's killing it. And I was only saved because
Oh,
of that last minute Burnley
shit.
penalty by Salah.
You know,
With my
I
captain.
read a ridiculous stat. Haaland has 5 goals in 4 games, and this is his slowest start to the Premier League. I was like, "ये क्या चल रहा है?"
Fucking superhuman people, man. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, that
Slowest
is it.
start to the Premier League.
That is it. On that slowest start note, I think it is time we should wrap up for the day. Thank you everybody for watching, and thank you everybody for listening. Whoever's going to listen to us on Spotify, because we are available on Spotify as well. The episode will be out on Spotify, video plus audio in just a few moments. Thank you everybody who's in the live chat. Keep supporting us. Keep subscribing to the channel. Like, share, do all of that nonsense. You can find us on our social media as well if you want to get in touch with us personally. You can find Ronak on Instagram at.
At Ronaq Vikamsi.
You can find me on Instagram at Amogh and Ronaq. You can also follow the Corner Flag on Instagram at Corner Flag Pod. By the way, this one today, this thing that you're watching right now, this today was our first Twitch stream as well. So we are simultaneously streaming on YouTube and Twitch, which is why I have this fuck all accent. No, but so if you like watching stuff on Twitch, then you can follow us on Corner Flag Pod on Twitch as well. As apparently there are some cool kids over there who are trying to capture some new markets. And so yeah, just follow us everywhere. So thank you so much everybody, and we'll catch you next week. Shout out to Kezad Garda also, who has designed our theme tune. So until next week, it is goodbye from us. Say bye, Ronak.
Bye bye, guys.
And it is bye from me.